Another week, boys, and another TWAB. Destiny has been offline pretty much all day today, essentially having a maintenance lasting almost up to 12 hours, preparing us for this fall, and Shadowkeep cross-save, boys, is being put in place. Now, of course, we can't do this right now. This won't happen until Shadowkeep, but Bungie is going ahead and putting it online so that the transition to cross-save in the next few months will be seamless. With that being said, let's talk about today's TWAB. Bungie states that Heroic Menagerie went live this week. Callus is testing you in new ways and sending those who failed to impress him back to orbit. You must gather your own fire team to tackle this challenge, but new triumphs and rewards await those of you who are up for it. We recently reviewed one of the swords, Throne Cleaver, which is the Titan exclusive sword. And I know a lot of people say every sword in the game is the same, but these swords are not exactly the same because they come with traits that you cannot get on other swords. Things like counterattack, energy transfer, even the Hunter sword Gold Tusk can roll with something like Surrounded. Now, are these swords going to be comparable to like D1 exotic swords? Obviously not, but they're not bad. We were hitting some pretty nasty numbers during our Throne Cleaver review, and after that review, someone actually posted a screenshot of their Throne Cleaver. So yes, we will be putting out another review on Throne Cleaver, as well as reviews for these other swords for the Warlock class and the Hunter class. Be looking out for it, especially for my Hunters. You might possibly have one of the best DPS swords in the game with the Gold Tusk and Surrounded. Again, we'll be testing all this here in the next few days. With that being said, next week, the Lumina Quest becomes available to all annual pass owners. We are excited to see Guardians wield this weapon to support each other in combat. We don't want to spoil too much, but you should expect to start your hunt for this weapon in the EDZ. Alright, so spoiler alerts, guys. We're about to go over Lumina. These are quest steps that I know has been data mined a few weeks ago. I'm just now looking at it, but Lumina, guys, is essentially this weapon. No lie, guys, this is one sexy weapon. But from what has been data mined, it was stated that kills with this weapon leave behind remnants. Absorbing a remnant converts your next hipfire shot into an ally-seeking noble round and partially refills the magazine. And again, in quotes, absorbing remnant allows you to fire ally-seeking noble rounds, and using noble rounds on an ally heals them and grants both you and them a weapon damage bonus for a short duration. This is a weapon, guys, that is definitely pushing us toward a more support role here in Destiny. And considering that Bungie is taking a more MMO and RPG focused approach with Shadowkeep, Lumina may actually be the first of many weapons just like it. Now, to begin this quest, guys, and again, this is just all being data mined, I cannot confirm this, but data miners have stated that this weapon quest actually begins just north of Trossland in the salt mines. After you go through the transmat, proceed to that same campsite that we've been to before, and we should be prompted to do something, which should begin this quest. Again, I'll be streaming this live next Tuesday, boys. We can do it together. Now, moving on to the rest of the TWAB. Bungie's got a new book out that will be shipping in October. They state here that thanks to your dedication to the stories the Destiny universe has to offer, you made our first volume of the Grimoire anthology a hit. And we've seen many of you asking when Volume 2 will be coming out. Starting next week on July 2nd, you can start pre-ordering the Destiny Grimoire Anthology Volume 2, Fallen Kingdoms, from the Bungie store. This book will ship in October. Bungie will also be offering a new emote called Consult the Archives. And if you happen to purchase this emote in-game, you'll receive 20% off on the Destiny Grimoire Anthology Volume 2. Now, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I shamefully have not read the first one. I need to read more. You know, I used to read. Now, I don't know. I just do nothing but play video games. Can I read it to my kid? Somebody let me know. I might actually buy Volume 1. Now, moving on to chest runs. Bungie states right here, when Season of Opulence began, we watched as players quickly discovered a bug and how the Menagerie's final chest granted rewards. Players began to race out of the area and then back to the chest as fast as they could to get as many rewards as possible before sent back to orbit. It felt reminiscent of when players were farming treasure keys from chests on their sparrows leading up to House of Wolves. Bungie states here that consider this an error in your favor. We haven't rushed to fix it, but when we do patch it on July 9th, this loophole will officially close, allowing only one opening of the chest per completion. Until then, we invite you to take advantage of this all you like. Grow fat with strength. Boys, if you are farming for god rolls in the Menagerie, and I have individually reviewed many of the weapons, but we still have a handful of other weapons to review, I highly advise taking advantage advantage of it now. Even doing like 6 to 7 chest loots per menagerie run, I still haven't got the exact god rolls that I want. So if you're looking to save yourself a hell of a lot of time, get in on this right now. Now, shout out to Bungie. I hate that they're patching this, but I knew it had to happen at some point. Shout out to them for not going in and patching it already. Like, I was really worried they were going to pull a Bioware and nerf our loot right here, right now, in the midst of Menagerie doing as well as it's doing. But thank God they didn't. Now, moving on, Bungie Day is right around the corner. It is July the 7th. Sorry, that was my phone going off. And Bungie states that between now and July 14th, we're asking you to help us raise $77,000 by making a donation. By contributing, you will play a direct role in providing hospitalized children with age-appropriate and therapeutic entertainment for distraction, play, and sense of normalcy while they're facing some tough and scary illnesses. Guys, this is the Bungie Foundation, and for donors who contribute $50 or more between now and July 14th, you'll receive actually this System of Peace emblem, but more than that, you'll get the gratitude of some amazing kids, man. Much love to the children out there that are going through stuff, as well as the parents. Hopefully, this small contribution is enough to get their mind off of what they're dealing with daily. So guys, that is pretty much your TWAB. There's some known issues here in Season of Opulence. Just gonna copy and paste this. Not gonna go through each one of them, but just if you see it and you've got a problem with whatever that known issue is, I guess it'll be addressed whenever. I don't see Lord of Wolves on this. Kind of thought that was a known issue. Do somebody in the comments right now. I just said it. I haven't even talked about Lord of Wolves in like 4 damn days. And somebody right now is just typing a mad comment. Fellas and ladies, hey, thank you all for coming and watching. And as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.